Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I have something pretty totally different from the normal kind of thing, but I wanted to share this because it was pretty cool and I had a good time with it, and it was just something I honestly never would have thought of on my own, and so I thought I would share it here. So we're going to be talking about cataloging my book collection. I know it sounds so riveting, but hopefully the thumbnail clued you in at least a little bit to what I'm talking about. But as a gift for my anniversary with my wife got me this little scanner, and it comes with it comes with a little USB that you stick in, and then there's a Bluetooth connection between, and it lets you obviously scan things. Now, the cool thing is you can scan books and use that as a much easier way to kind of catalog everything. So I don't know about you, but I have tried to do a physical list of my books before, and I had a really old list that I hadn't updated in a really long time because it took forever to do, and then I just got bad about actually keeping up on it. So this was pretty cool because I was actually able to find a really fast way to do it. Go through, just scan all of the books, and then actually have a nice sheet that I can do some things with. So I'm going to show you now what I can actually, or what I found in the website I was using this with. I should note that I am in no way being paid to advertise this scanner, which I don't even know the brand it is. Niko'sBookReviews, which is no moo in Spanish. That's probably not what it's supposed to be. But my wife got this from me as a gift. I'm also not affiliated with the website I'm going to talk about at all. I just happened to find it, and it worked pretty well and seems pretty cool. So if you want to check it out, you sure can. But I'm not. This is not an advertisement, and I'm in no way being paid for any of this or anything like that. So I just figured I would mention that. So let's take a look and show you then what I can actually do with this. Okay, so this website is called LibraryThing, and like I said, this is just the first website I found when I was trying to figure out the best way to do this, and I found it, and it's pretty cool. Here's my list that I've already actually started scanning. But in order to add books, simply click Add Books. You have your little search bar there, and then just scan the book. It puts the code in here and then immediately brings up the book over here, and it default searches to Amazon, which means it does actually still find like all of the self-pub books that go through Amazon and everything too. I had very few things I couldn't find on here, and they were because they were like super random old editions that didn't actually have like an ISBN or something like that. But so comes up here almost instantly, and then you just click to add it in. Now I've already added this, so that's why it's not showing up. But then basically, yeah, you just click to add to your collection, and it's really that easy. And so I was able to do that. And then you can go into your actual books and get a printable version, which grids it here. And then so what I ended up doing is just doing a select all, copying this into a notepad, and then importing it into Excel, which gets me this fancy list, which I ended up adding in the read, unread. You can also like rate, tag, mark things, read, unread, review, do all kinds of stuff on that website too. But all I added was read, unread for right now. But yeah, so this lets me go in, and I just imported it right in. Brings the book, the author, the date it was published, and whether or not it is read or unread. And so really, really easy to use. Worked out pretty darn well, and I just thought this was cool. You did, I guess, a couple of weird things here. Like, I don't know what happened there, but it was pretty nifty. And so now, since I have everything cataloged, I can share some fun and not so fun facts about my book collection, because I was able to take a look, and so I counted up. And so the total I got was 559 books, which, you know, it's pretty high. I've done some bigger unhauls lately, but I also just had a ton of books that I've gotten, especially the last couple of years is where my collection has really grown. Now, this does include some things like if I have collector's edition of books or I have multiple copies, that's included in there. I didn't sort that out or anything. Still a lot of books. And then the read to unread ratio is not quite as good as I would have liked. Now, to be fair, there are a lot of books that, you know, I usually don't get rid of books until I read or like try to read them. So, you know, That's my excuse for why it's where it is. But I got 173 read and 386 unread, which is not great. So I need to really pump those numbers of read books out much higher, and probably downsize my collection as well. I'm not nearly as good at unhauling books as some people, and so I have too many, I will admit, which is pretty obvious because I don't have any more shelf space anyway. So that's there. So that was my read to unread. Now what I thought was cool is I decided to compare, since it included the year in just the basic data that I downloaded, to look at what like the general age of the books I have. So I looked first for books published in the last 10 years, and I got to 316 that are in the last 10 years they were published, and 243 that were longer than 10 years. And then went back even further to just over 20 years, and I have 82 out of that total number that are before 2000, and then the rest are after 2000. So there are some just general fun facts. Once again, things I would not have been able to come up very quickly, but since I actually got everything nicely cataloged, I can have those stats, and so at least to me it was interesting. I spent, when my wife gave this to me, she actually helped too. I told her she didn't have to, but she did, and we spent like an hour and a half just scanning every single book that I own throughout the house, which is fun. But the nice thing is, I literally just open up that website, click, and scan, and I can add new books in right off the bat. And it's just scanning new books, and it takes just a second to do, is so much nicer than like typing in all the information. So it is pretty nifty. I thought this was pretty cool. I wonder too if anybody else has done anything like this, because like I said, I would have never thought of this. My wife apparently saw something about it online and thought I would like it. I'm like, yeah, this works out really well. So it's made it a lot easier to keep track and have a nice list, and just so much better than doing all of the manual data entry. So thought it was pretty cool. I thought I would share there. So let me know. Do you know how many books you have, and or if you know unread read, and are your numbers better than mine, or hopefully some of yours are worse than mine, so that I won't feel like I have as much of a problem. So just lie to me. Just tell me that you have all of the books. No, because then I'll be jealous, because I want all of the books. But anyway, let me know your stats if you know them as well, or like what your way of like cataloging or keeping track of your books is, or if you even bother. Or you could be like I was until before this, where I'm just like, it's not worth the time because there was too much to do. But definitely let me know in the comments. Love to hear what everybody has going on there. And make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description, as always, for the Wizardly Duo Discord if you want to chat books. Whether any books that you may have glanced, I guess, on the screen, because I didn't actually hold up any books today, or any books at all, really anything. It is a lot of fun, and we would love to have you. And, of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.